Hey YouTube, I'm going to be doing a pretty exciting video today. I've been really wanting to do this one, but really haven't gotten any time lately to really sit down and think about what are my top 15 most disturbing movies that I've watched and currently own in my collection. This is my opinion. I know not everybody's going to agree with the certain order that I went in or other movies that should be on my list, and that's your opinion, and I respect that. So just like I hope you guys respect my opinion on what I think are disturbing. I have different levels of what is disturbing, and again, that's just my opinion. So that those are things that affect me in cinema, psychologically, mentally. It doesn't just have to be, blood, guts, and gore. It can be more than that. So anyways, this video is going to be a little bit longer than my other one, so I'm going to actually do a couple of notable mentions, just because I really felt like these ones need to be at least shown, but they're not in my top 15. So the first one is Necromantic 2. Necromantic. Both very, having sex with dead bodies, how is that not disturbing, But it's more than that, and the whole movie is really pretty sick. Next one, out of the Guinea Pig series, Flowers of Flesh and Blood. This one came really close to making my top 15, but, when you really think about it, all it is just some guy torturing a girl. That's gross, but it's not like, I don't know, it's not that disturbing to me, I guess. I've seen too much sick stuff. Next one, everyone knows about this one, Philosophy of the Knife. And last for the notable mentions, The Untold Story. Really messed up one too, especially the ending, but just wasn't quite enough to make my top 15. So anyways, alright, so here we go. This is going to be, I'm starting from the bottom, I guess you would say, number 15, go all the way to number 1. Let me actually flip it upside down then. Sorry about that. I didn't realize I had it starting from number 1 to 15. So I might get a little confusion as to why I chose this one, and I'll explain it real briefly. But for number 15, I chose Spun. And the reasoning behind why I chose this one is because I actually used to have a pretty bad affliction, not with what they use in this movie, but other substances. So it really hit me on many levels, just what drug abuse and despair and being stuck in that grip can really do to you. And if you were ever in that same boat, you'll definitely know. Brittany Murphy actually died shortly after this movie was made. This guy's an awesome actor right here. Jason Schwartzman, and obviously John Leguizamo. Overall, this movie was just great. Also, it has Mickey Rourke. He plays the cook. If you have not seen this movie, definitely check this one out if you're into the drug genre. Requiem for a Dream came really close. That movie does really well, but this one stuck more with me. So this is my number 15 most disturbing movie. And at number 14, Men Behind the Sun. This movie it's got a lot of sick stuff in here, and this stuff is based on real life. It's not filming of what they did, but it comes really close to what actually happened. Just horrible things that the Unit 731 did during World War II, and just the atrocities. Really sick stuff. So if you have not seen this, I would definitely recommend to check it out. So number 13, I don't believe this one is very well known, but if you've not seen it, I would definitely recommend checking it out. This one is like I said, it's disturbing on another level, and it's not really so much blood and guts and all that. I mean, there is some blood and violence in it, definitely, and there's incest and there's rape, but it goes more psychological. It goes on a much deeper level. It's about real life situations. It's about, you know, the struggles of everyday living, and that is I Stand Alone. When I first saw this, I mean, this movie was just so freaking intense. The whole movie, I was just gripped to the TV just watching this, you know, and it was just unreal. You know, I just felt I really appreciate movies where you just like you feel something after you watch. You know what I mean? You don't just go about your day after you watch a movie. This one really makes you think, and for me, anyways, I don't know about everyone else, but really, really intense movie. Definitely disturbing. Check this one out. Okay, and number 12. This one has everything. I mean, this one, like it says right here, made me physically ill, and I can't wait to watch it again. I don't know so much about watching it again anytime soon, at least for right now, but it was definitely really disturbing. The acting was a little over the top, but overall, the movie was really just sick, and that's Hate Crime. I mean, you guys basically, if you can know about this one, it's basically those neo-Nazi guys break into a Jewish family's home and just torture them on so many different levels. I mean, beating them, torturing, rape, mentally abusing them, psychologically, everything you could possibly think of. But it has a really cool ending too, so that's why I got this one at my number 12 spot right here. The next one gets a lot of mixed reviews from a lot of people. You know, whether or not you feel the same way, I still thought it was really disturbing. I mean, it was a little cliche and corny, you know, but that's the Murder Set Pieces. This is the unrated director's cut right here. This one's actually really hard to find because it's censored and banned in most countries. But if you can get your hands on the unedited version, definitely try and check this one out. I mean, this one is the most unfemale friendly horror movie ever made. I mean, this guy just goes completely nuts on women. He absolutely hates them. And you basically just get to see this guy's rage throughout the whole movie. I mean, this guy's absolutely crazy. I mean, this movie literally has everything in it. And I have a couple different versions of it right here. And I also have the steelbook, which I was really happy to find. I mean, there's rape, torture, disembowelment. There's a vampirism scene, which was really bizarre. I wasn't expecting that. There's a child murder, just all sorts of different stuff. So that one definitely had to make the most disturbing list. And the next one, I'm actually kind of cheating because I did a whole series, and I couldn't decide which one I really liked more. And that's the August Underground series right here. I mean, if you guys are into disturbing movies, you know, you definitely already know about the August Underground. I thought Penance was really messed up. I mean, all these movies are extremely messed up. Everybody kind of tends to lean towards Mortem. And don't get me wrong, that one's definitely just sick and depraved as hell. I mean, these movies have every single kind of sick thing you could think of. Everything from murder, castration, removing the guts, disembowelment, peeing, shitting, rape, killing babies. I mean, it's just sick and depraved on so many levels. But yeah, this one definitely had to make the list right here. So let's see, 15, 14, 13. So that was my number 10. On to number 9. And I'm actually surprised I don't see more people having this on their disturbing movies list. I mean, because really think about it, this is one of the most talked about disturbing movies that has came out in the last 50 years. And that is the Exorcist. You guys all know about the Exorcist. I don't need to go too much in depth about that. But I mean, you know, possession, the devil, your child being taken away from you by a demon. I mean, this thing really has so many different levels of it, and it's not so much just that, but it's the pacing of the movie, it's the atmosphere, it's the suspense, it's the music. Everything about this works so well with this movie, and I absolutely loved it. Remember seeing this as a kid, and this thing just gave me nightmares. And this is actually the 40th anniversary 3-disc edition right here. And I also had to pick up the digibook that actually has the book inside right there. So that was pretty cool. There's that famous scene. So that is for my that's number 9. On to number 8. That would be Snuff 102 from our number 8 spot. This movie was just so demented and twisted. The torture scenes. I know a lot of people hate on this one, but for me, this movie was freaking crazy. I mean, I like to kind of, for me, to put myself in the movie if that were happening to me, and I wouldn't be able to handle this. I mean, you can see right here the girl's got a fish hook going through her lip, but yeah, it's basically just a torture movie. If you're not into those, I wouldn't even check it out. But that's Snuff 102, my number 8 spot. And number 7, you're going to be seeing a lot from this director, and that's oh crap, where is his name at? Oh, sorry guys, let me. Oh, Marion Dora, and that's Cannibal. This movie is just it's crazy. It basically is a guy who has this sick fantasy about eating another human being, and he puts it out there on the internet, and he gets a reply from somebody that wants to be eaten, and it basically just shows their sick fantasy come to real life. The gore effects in this movie are unreal. I mean, they are top notch for sure. But not even just the special effects. The overall just movie is just so disturbing on so many levels. I mean, it's really just sick, especially when he's eating the guy. So that's at my number 7 spot, Cannibal. And number 8, the famous Cannibal Holocaust. I mean, this is the movie that basically started the found footage series. This movie is just crazy, absolutely nuts with the cannibals and the real, supposedly the real life animal slayings that happened in the movie with the turtle and the monkey and all that. And supposedly the director was arrested in a third world country because they believed that the actors portrayed that were murdered in this movie were actually really murdered. And he got taken to jail for it. But I mean, I don't know what the outcome of that was, but the movie's awesome. The acting was really good. Really like the just the overall quality of this. There's Cannibal Ferox, but me personally, that's not a bad movie, but it's crap compared to this one right here. It doesn't even come close to this. So that's Cannibal Holocaust. So we got 5 left. We're into the top 5 now, guys. So the next one is going to be, this is a French release right here, and that is the movie Inside. This movie just had everything for me: suspense, blood, guts, gore, drama. Anything that has to do with taking a baby out of somebody. For some reason, for me, that's just nuts. I mean, that goes beyond crazy. That's something else. But this movie, if you have not seen it, definitely check this one out. This one, I mean, there's so much blood in this movie, but it's not too over the top to where it doesn't work. It actually works very well in this. But yeah, that's Inside, number 5. And now we're getting into some more Marion Dora at number 4, and that's the Rise Not Agathis. This movie is so depraved and just disgusting and nasty. And that's why it's on this list. It's just, it has everything. I'm not going to go too much into this one, but if you have not seen this, I mean, I can't really recommend it because, I mean, I feel weird watching this one because it's just so disgusting. It really is. So if you get the time and you're into that really sick, weird stuff, definitely, check this one out and see what you think. And number 3 is kind of the same situation. It's again by Marian Dora, and that is the Melancholy Dangle. And this is really, what I've heard is what really got this director on the map with this one. People consider this the most disturbing movie ever made, and I can definitely see why they would say that. I have this at my number 3 spot. With the wheelchair scene with the disabled woman, that's just like, how do you people come up with this stuff? People just have to like sit around and just come up with the most fucked up shit they could possibly think of. And these are what these movies are about. You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like they're just people's sick, weird, twisted fantasies put into cinema and released out into the world for us to see. This movie has it all. Everything from murder, a lot of, poop, a lot of peeing, just all that kind of stuff, and cutting limbs off, and it goes a lot farther than that, though. These people are absolutely nuts in this movie. So if you have not seen this copy is a little bit hard to get a hold of. I think you can get on Amazon Germany if they still have it. So I would check it out. And for my number 2 spot is the famous Serbian film. This is the uncut Blu-ray edition right here. This one is pretty hard to come by, unrated. I mean, it's this movie is just, it's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. About a porn star that basically needs money, starts to do a shoot, and then things just start to go crazy from there. He finds out that this director is not just about porn, but he's about making pretty much snuff films, and he wants to use him, and he wants to use porn and snuff together. He wants him to kill people, kill these women, and then I'm not going to ruin it for you guys that haven't seen it, but I mean, just from beyond that, it's so many different levels of disturbing and disgusting and gross. I can't believe that there's films like this out there, especially with the ending. So that's my number 2. And the number 1 for me, since I've been watching disturbing movies, that is Martyrs. I don't know what it was about this movie, but it really stuck with me days after watching this one. I mean, literally days. I would think about this and what it would be like to be in the situation as this girl right here. I think, this girl right here. What actually ends up happening to her. It's just beyond human experience unless you've actually done it. Just so disturbing on so many levels, with the psychological aspect of it, with this other girl seeing this demon thing, she can't see it, her getting trapped down in this basement and tortured. If you have not seen this, highly recommend Martyrs. This movie is absolutely freaking nuts. So let me know what you guys think about my top 15. I actually wish there was one that I put in here, and that is the Human Centipede number 2. I wish I would have thrown that in there. So definitely, if you have not seen the Human Centipede 2, definitely check that one out. So let me know what you guys think about my list, and see you on the next one.